Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we get into the latest. And what has happened today? Well, tomorrow you're going to be getting your preview for Copenhagen versus Chelsea, as Chelsea do play in the Conference League on Thursday, which there will be a watch along for. Also, tonight, watch along, Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, PSV versus Arsenal. We're going to be watching both games, and I know there's another game, I think Lille Dortmund, but we're watching those two. Tomorrow, watch along, PSG Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Benfica Barcelona. We're watching it all. And then Thursday, there'll be a watch along for the Chelsea game, of course. So make sure you guys are here later for Champions League night, and it's going to be a good one. Now, as I told you guys to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so you're notified of all of these things, let's get started with the first little bit of, well, I say news, but let's say a club gave an update, which was quite uncanny, should we say. Here it is. Port Vale, with a fantastic update saying, following his actions this weekend, we would like to distance ourselves from Cena. We can confirm that we will not be involved in this season's that he will not be involved in this season's kit launch. We got you, Cody Rhodes. And that is obviously in relation to a tweet that they had put out in 2024 where they did get John Cena involved, it seems. And now they're distancing himself because John Cena has turned heel, which means he's turned into a bad guy for the first time in 2 decades. If you would like all my reaction to that, you can go and check out Younes Talks Wrestling. Link in the description, my brand new channel that has joined the Younes Talks family. If you haven't heard and you've lived in a cave, you can go and check that out. If you're a wrestling fan, that will be for you. There's some other content that's been uploaded following Monday Night Raw last night, so make sure you guys are there for all Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views and news and analysis and things like that, similar to what you see on here, so make sure you're there. Much appreciated. That's Port Vale. So big up to Port Vale. Talking about randomers, by the way, there was a club in Mexico showing women's football. They had one of their players that scored a scorpion kick, just like Olivier Giroud did. A fantastic goal. I think it was Chivas. Unbelievable striker. If you haven't seen it, go and check that out if you can. I just thought it deserves a watch. It was such a phenomenal goal. It deserves a watch, so I thought I'd mention it. Now, let's get to more serious matters. Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea are about to make a breakthrough. An absolute breakthrough here. This is big. This is big, right? This is something we've not seen before. Here it is. Chelsea have returned for Gabriel. Talks continue over price. No agreement yet. Other clubs on it too. Yes, for those wondering, another 16-year-old. You know, Epstein's list apparently got, well, not list, the files, like, well, it got released like a couple of days ago, right? And it was all redacted. Yeah. I think for the sake of our football club, it's probably best that it's redacted. It's not going to end. It's just not going to end. It's simple. It's just not going to end. We're just going to continue recruiting all the children of the world. You know where Chelsea belong? Chelsea would have absolutely fitted, right? When Band-Aid in 1988 made that song. Was it 88 when they made that song? We are the world. We are the children. You know, like that charity song, do you remember, with Michael Jackson and all of them lot back in the late 80s? Yeah, we would have fit in perfectly because we're all for the children. We're absolutely for the children. Our football club will be here for the children. Always. Yeah, always. If you need a football club to come and save your child, holla. Because we will be first in line. Here's a public announcement to all parents or parents-to-be. If your kid is under the age of 4 and you can see certain talent in that certain, in that certain age bracket, you can just see that there's a special left foot there, yeah? Or there's a right foot with a little bit of power. Or, you know, you've given him, or her, for that matter, you've given them the ball for the first time, and you can just see that first touch. It's like, whoa! Get on the blower. Call Chelsea Football Club in SW6 and get on the phone and say, listen, you need to come and check out my child because I think I might have something special for you. You are all for the children. Well, my child might be of service to you. Just a word of thought. If you are a parent or parent-to-be, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I have nothing else to say. It's gone beyond talking at this point, talking about this thing. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Let's get to another point, right? All the figures for 23-24 are being released in terms of the football clubs, right? The accounts in terms of revenues, profits, losses, salaries, budgets, the whole shebang, right? Well, Kieran Maguire has put out quite an extensive spreadsheet, should we say, of figures for all football clubs. And he's been releasing information about all football clubs literally one by one, day by day. He's not come to Chelsea Football Club on its own, but he's got Chelsea in this spreadsheet amongst all the other Premier League clubs. So let's get into this, because I want you to pay attention to one thing. One thing. And I think this will also aid into why Chelsea are not going to change the model. It's not happening. It was possible at one point. Now, even financially, I don't believe it's possible, because they've put themselves in this. Check this out. If we look at the net debt for us, right? Here's Kieran Maguire's tweet, comparison to the rest of the Premier League, right? He was quoting here Liverpool, because their accounts weren't released. But if we look at this, and if you can look, if this is too small, I apologize. But you should be able to see Chelsea are 7th row down, right? And my cursor doesn't even hover on this like it used to, so I'm not sure you can actually see me highlight these. But Chelsea, if you look at all the other clubs, the column on the right-hand side, the complete right-hand side is the net debt, right? If we look closely, Leicester, £205 million debt. Nottingham Forest, £298 million debt. Everton, 272. If we were to pay attention to some other football clubs, we've got Liverpool, £306 million. Manchester United, £884 million of debt. Spurs, £938 million of debt. Man City, £95 million. They've basically got no debt. Just phenomenal, right? Arsenal, 504. What's Chelsea, if you look carefully there? What's Chelsea? 1.474 billion. Billion, ladies and gentlemen, billion. The borrowings, 1.265 billion. That coincides with the information that I remember I've mentioned last week. A couple of others mentioned last week as well. Johnny mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. And everyone's gotten onto it in terms of, these are actual numbers. We know this is public information. Chelsea have £1.2 billion worth of debt. 700 million from the banks and 500 million from Ares Management, where the bank loan has 3% interest. Ares Management has 13% interest. Now, I understand in business, again, we have to differentiate between football and business. In business, acquiring debt, right, can work in your favor. It can be done. People do take debt in order to make profits and make more money, right? And then they end up eventually paying back that debt, even if it means acquiring more debt. Debt, for some people, is a great thing when it comes to making money. But that's why I'm talking business. And when we're talking football, what does this actually mean? Do you reckon we can, with this, actually go out and spend and get a top class player, a world-class elite player, someone that's going to be of a certain level, that's going to have certain demands, or clubs that are going to ask for certain fees because the player is established and experienced and good to go? We ain't going there. We're going to continue to go and get players like Gabriel at 16 and just hope for the best that by 20 they're going to be world-class superstars. They're not going to change the model. Even financially, is it gone? Is the opportunity to do something like that gone now? I believe it is. I believe the damage is done. We'll see. What do you think? Because now I feel like I've hit a roadblock. Now I feel like I've hit a wall. It's like, well, what do we do now? That's how I feel now. What do we do? Let me know. I'd love to know what you think, where you stand, how do you see it? And if you have any info I've not even mentioned, put it down below. If you reckon there's a solution, there's a fix, if you reckon there isn't and you're concerned, let me know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. Any side of the story, let me know down below. So that's that. That's the latest for Chelsea. Like I said, tomorrow we got the preview for Conference League with Copenhagen-Chelsea being played in Denmark, of course. Yeah, Denmark. Copenhagen's in Denmark. I should know that. Let's move to the last piece of news for Arsenal. This is interesting. Berta has ended talks over AC Milan's sporting director role, telling the Serie A club he has an offer from Arsenal. That came from Duncan Castles. Eduardo Hagen, the quite known Arsenal page, Fabrizio then gave the confirmation on this as well. Looks like this is actually happening. This could be the next sporting director for Arsenal. And I think in terms of who's available out there, this would actually be quite a decent hire for Arsenal Football Club. Quite decent. If we look at Berta, he was sporting director of Atletico Madrid. Yeah. And fast from 2017. I have to say, Atletico Madrid have been one hell of a stable team, especially from that day onwards. One hell of a stable team. So this could work out pretty well. For Arsenal, this could work out pretty well. If they're in talks, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Arsenal fans, you might have to be happy with this one. This could be good. So, do you think he will be? Do you reckon he won't? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. I will catch all of you tomorrow. Well, no. I'll catch you later. Champions League watch along. Make sure you guys are here. We'll watch both games together. And then tomorrow, same story, but I'll do a video tomorrow as well. The preview will be out. And then Thursday, watch along again, but for Chelsea. And then the review straight after that. It's going to be a good one. So I'll see all of you later on. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. We'll see how it goes down. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Subscribe, notification bell on. Catch you later, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.